Scratch, scratch. The cat gave a scratch on my face. The cat gave a scratch on my face. Poke, poke. We poked each other at the school. We poked each other at the school. Squeeze, squeeze. I squeezed the sponge to remove water from it after washing the dishes. I squeezed the sponge to remove water from it after washing the dishes. Rub, rub. I rub my hands with soap before washing them. I rub my hands with soap before washing them. Flap, flap. The rooster is flapping his wings. The rooster is flapping his wings. Sip, sip. I took a sip of green tea. I took a sip of green tea. Shrug, shrug. I answered him with a shrug of my shoulders. I answered him with a shrug of my shoulders. Stir, stir. I am stirring the sauce until it's smooth. I am stirring the sauce until it's smooth. Bow, bow. They bowed their head to each other in respect. They bowed their head to each other in respect. Tickle, tickle. She is tickling on my feet with a feather. She is tickling on my feet with a feather. Tremble, tremble. I began to tremble slightly in the cold. I began to tremble slightly in the cold. Twist, twist. She was twisting her body during the exercise. She was twisting her body during the exercise. Tilt, tilt. She tilted her head at the meeting. She tilted her head at the meeting. Huff, huff. I huffed after running 30 minutes. I huffed after running 30 minutes. Shiver. Shiver. I shivered in the cold air. I shivered in the cold air. Pat. Pat. She patted her dog on the head. She patted her dog on the head. Wink. Wink. He winked at you but you don't know. He winked at you but you don't know. Sniff. Sniff. The girl sniffed her flower. The girl sniffed her flower. Choke. Choke. Chew your food well so you don't choke. Chew your food well so you don't choke. Stare. Stare. She stared at me like a rude. She stared at me like a rude. Lean. Lean. I leaned against the door. I leaned against the door. Limp. Limp. I am limping because I have a pain on my foot. I am limping because I have a pain on my foot. Shake. Shake. You have to shake herself the box. You have to shake herself the box. Toss. Toss. Let's toss a coin. Let's toss a coin. Suck. Suck. The boy is sucking his finger. The boy is sucking his finger. Slide. Slide. We are sliding across the ice. We are sliding across the ice. Yawn. Yawn. I was yawning during the study. I was yawning during the study. Bend. Bend. He bent for his back pain. He bent for his back pain. Blink. Blink. She blinked when the light flashed. She blinked when the light flashed. tiptoe, tiptoe. He went to the room on tiptoe. He went to the room on tiptoe. Turn, turn. She turned and looked at the sign. She turned and looked at the sign. Wave, wave. I am waving to my dad to say goodbye. I am waving to my dad to say goodbye. Nod, nod. I nodded to him. The idea is good. I nodded to him. The idea is good. Crawl, crawl. My baby crawled to the room. My baby crawled to the room. Snatch, snatch. He snatched the toy from her hands. He snatched the toy from her hands.